This conference will now be recorded.
Srinivas, shall we go to start? We will wait for someone.
Yeah, Vishal, we are good to start.
Okay. So before we start, can you guys please introduce yourself and let me know why you are interested in learning AEM and what about your basic knowledge in Java? Okay, so we can start. Sri, just Sri, you want to say something?
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah, your voice is very slow, no? Can you please loudly?
Okay, is it fine now?
Yeah, fine.
Hmm. Sri, please introduce yourself and let me know why you are interested in learning AEM and what about your basic knowledge in Java.
Java is not perfect. Actually, as a AEM is a working is a 2021 to is a 1.5 year actually.
Mm-hmm.
Is a public sapient is Bangalore.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So
Yeah,
you
is
know basic
actually
Java.
AEM
Huh.
is a supporting is my friend, but is a very mistakes is so many times is company.
Mm. You are working in some AEM project.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you know basics of AEM.
Only AEM is a front end, is not in back end. Java is not only front
Okay.
end.
Okay. Fine.
Public in author in 6.5 versions is AEM.
Hmm. I understood. Understood. And do you
Yeah.
know Java? At least basics of Java.
No.
Okay. So I'll suggest you to brush up your Java knowledge also. I can share one website. Okay. So just go through that and try to run 1 2 Java programs every day so that you'll have some basic knowledge of Java also. Okay.
Okay.
So because AEM is a Java based content management system, we are already working, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
going
Content
forward,
management system. CMS. Yes. Okay.
uh, so it's a Java based CMS. So going forward, when you start developing some templates, components, so you may need to write some Java programs. So for that, some basic understanding of Java is required. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. So you just need to brush up your Java knowledge. Otherwise, fine. You are already working in EM, so it will be easy for you. Yeah, Madhumita, you can go ahead, please.
Yeah, hi, good morning.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, I'm Madhumita. I'm working as front-end developer in TCS. I'm I'm working
Mm-hmm.
in one CMS tool.
Okay, okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like
You
to
need.
learn AEM for yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
What
I'd
about?
like to learn AEM.
Okay, that's fine. Java. What about Java knowledge? You
Yeah,
have basic
in
knowledge.
Java yeah, I have basic knowledge on Java.
Okay, that's great. Fine. Bhagyasri, yeah, I guess we already spoke, right?
Yes, Biswal, we already spoke. So I'm playing a BA role for this AEM new project, and for that I need overall overview of knowledge of integration and how AEM is working. Not much depth of technical knowledge, but I don't have any knowledge about Java. So whatever you are sharing with Shri, the basic. Any documentation or basic videos if you have for Java knowledge. I would like to go through it. And I earlier I worked for ACM, that is campaign management, but I don't have
Mm.
any idea about AEM, and I want to learn uh, thoroughly through AEM what exactly we are doing here. Right now, I'm working on one online configurator project, but whenever developer and product owner were discussing each other, so that time I felt like I should know in
Yeah.
and out AEM.
Okay. Yeah. Understood. So if you want to um, know the basics of Java, so I can share the link also. So there is a section for beginners. Okay. So some Java programs are there for beginners. Just run them. Okay. Execute them. You will understand the basics at least. Okay.
Yes, yes, I
And
will.
yeah. Okay. Fine. So now let me introduce myself. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So I have shared my screen. Let me know if you are able to see it or not. So do you see my screen, guys?
Yes, visible.
Yes, it's
Visible.
visible.
Okay. So let me introduce myself. I am Biswal. My highest qualification is MCA, and I have more than 13 years of experience in IT industry. And I am a certified AEM lead developer, certified OSPR Commerce Server lead developer, and currently I'm working with one of the largest IT company as AEM architect. My expertise are in Java, J2E, OSPR Commerce, and AEM. Till now, I trained more than 1,200 students globally. From my job, I used to take some individual as well as corporate trainings. Okay, so this is briefly about me. So now come to the targeted audiences of this training. Okay, so in this training, we are going to cover all the basics to the advanced level. Okay, so this is particularly for the core developers. Okay, so targeted audiences are all the experienced Java developers. Means if you are working on some other Java technologies like Spring, Hibernate, microservices and all, and you want to switch into AEM, so you can go for this training. And all the experienced web developers. Means if you are working on some other web technologies like PHP, .NET and all, and you want to switch into AEM, so definitely you can go for this training. And all other CMS developers, CMS stands for Content Management System. There are a number of content management systems in the market. Okay, so AEM is one of them. If you are working with some other content management system and want to switch into AEM, so you can go for this course. And freshers who are having good knowledge of Java and HTML, they can go for this training also. Okay. So now come to the prerequisites. So some time back I told you. So we need basics of Java, right? So AEM is a Java-based content management system. Okay, it is developed on top of Java. So we need basics of Java. When I say basics, it means by seeing a Java class, you should understand this is a Java class. These are the variables. These are the methods. This is how to instantiate a class. This is how to call a method, array list, hash map, hash set, interface, abstract class, oops concept, the basics only. No need of in-depth knowledge of Java. Okay. Fine. Then basic HTML tags, everyone knows it, so no need to say. Then JS and CSS, JavaScript and style sheets. If you want to be a full stack developer in AEM, So it is required for you. If you don't have also, that is fine. It is not mandatory because we are focusing more on core development here. Okay, fine. So this is about the prerequisites. Any questions on this? Okay. So now come to the opportunities. Once you complete the training, okay. So what all opportunities you'll get? So as you know, AEM is the market leader among all content management systems. It is having high demand in the market. Okay. It is having very high demand in the market, and but very less people who knows AEM. So we'll get a lot of job opportunities in comparison to other CMSs, and all the big IT companies are having a lot of projects in AEM. And if you get a job with AEM profile, definitely you will get a better package in comparison to a Java developer. Okay, so AEM is a niche technology, and less resources are there in the market. Okay, so that's why there is a demand in AEM, and for next 5 years at least. Okay, so the demand will be there. There are no competitors of AEM right now. At the end of the training, what you will be able to do? You will be able to create AEM projects, create static templates, dynamic templates. You can create pages. You can create customized components, client libraries, OSGA bundles. You can create Sling servlets, Sling models, query builders, content services, content fragments, experience fragments. You can understand dispatcher, and you can understand multi-site management. Okay, so these are the things which are expected from a core developer in AEM. So you will be able to do it. Okay. So now come to the course content. So our course content has two parts, basics and advanced. So in basics, we are going to cover all the concepts which are common in all versions of AEM. Okay. So right now we have AEM 6.5 as well as AEM as a cloud service. Both are in the market. Okay, so earlier to this, we have AEM 6.0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so earlier versions were there. Fine. So we'll cover the concepts which are common in all versions of AEM in basics. Okay, so it includes introduction, installation, browse different consoles, authoring, publishing, architecture stack, then exploring different page property, Eclipse installation with AEM plugin, create project, static template, create page rendering component, sample website structure using basic Sightly APIs, open pages and consoles in Touch UI, Classic UI, modularize page rendering components, link resolution, inheritance of components, build dynamic navigation component, use loggers, create training title component, create different type of edit dialogues for training title component, create logo component, create design dialog for logo component, find out the difference between edit and design dialogues, then foundation components, parses, iparses, breadcrumb, create dynamic image component, complex components, internationalization, client libraries. Okay, so these are the topics which will cover as part of your basics. In advanced means these features are available in latest version of AEM. Okay, so in earlier versions you don't find these concepts. Okay, dynamic templates, policies, layout, create base templates, content fragments, content fragment templates, content fragment variations, authoring, experience fragments, experience fragment templates, variations, authoring, tagging, OSGA bundles. Okay, create and use the bundle, workflow basics. Will customize the process step of workflow, Sling models, Sling servlets, both path-based, resource-based, query builder, event handler, content services, MSM. Okay, so these are the chapters which will cover as part of your advance. The course duration will be around 30 hours. Okay, maybe more than that. Okay, every day 1 hour. In every class, we'll discuss some concept, and based on that concept, we'll do some exercises. All the exercises should be done by you in your system only. I'll simply guide you how to do that. Okay, so that at the end of the training you will have a good hands-on experience and you can work on any AEM project directly. Okay, so do you have any questions, any doubts on this course content?
Any integration part you are going to cover?
So we are going to cover Sling servlets. Okay, so mostly our integration done in Sling servlets. So I'll tell you how to do the integration. Okay, so there can be multiple integrations in one project, multiple API integration. I'll tell you how to do at least one integration and how to call the third party API and all, so that easily you can understand rest of the things.
And any configurator kind of thing we'll cover?
Configurator means.
Yeah, right now I'm going through one product configurator.
Hmm.
So I have knowledge about that going through these classes.
No, there is nothing called configurator here. So you can
Oh,
integrate with third-party API, or you can integrate with some Adobe related products like Adobe Campaign, Target, okay, Analytics,
oh,
or third-party APIs. So two types of integration can be done here. So when you are doing some integration with third-party API, so you just need to create a servlet and write some code there. Okay, if you want to integrate with other tools of Adobe, then there are some cloud services and some features provided. There you have to enter the credentials and all, then you will be able to connect it. Okay, so these are the two types of integrations we have. Okay.
okay,
So there is nothing called configurator or anything like that. Maybe something else you are referring. I'm not sure.
so API connection will be there in AEM 6.5. We are working with API.
It was there from earlier versions of AEM also, not only
Oh,
these steps.
oh,
Okay. So if you are writing a Sling servlet, from there you can easily connect to any API.
okay,
API means it is one URL, right, provided by the third party. You just need to call that URL, provide the parameters, required parameters, and that
right,
API give some response. You have to capture that response. You may need to manipulate the data. You may need to display the data. So that is your integration, right?
right,
Okay. So I'll tell you how to do that also. Okay.
okay. Thank you, Vishwa.
Okay. So now we'll see what is CMS. So before we start learning AEM, so first we have to understand content management system, CMS, because AEM is a Java-based content management system. So CMS is a tool or software using which you can create the website and manage the content of your website dynamically. Okay, so I'll give an example. So I told using CMS you can create the website. Right now I have opened one website. You can create this website also using some CMS. Okay, you can manage the content of your website dynamically also. So manage the content of your website means, what is content here? On this page you'll find a lot of images. For example, you can see there is one logo, navigation bar, title, image, text, image, text, right? So whatever I told, all those things are contents. Whatever you see on this page, everything is content. Okay, you can create this website using any CMS and you can manage the content. Manage the content means you can change the content. So it is one news website. Okay, so they are displaying some news here. Now they got a breaking news. immediately they have to show the breaking news on their website, right? So this is the place to show the breaking news. So they will show a different image, different text here. Immediately they have to do, right? So using any CMS, you can create the website and manage the content. Manage the content means change the content. Now I have to change this image, change the text immediately. Okay. So how can I do that? Without restarting the server, without making my website down, I'll be able to do it. I'll be able to change the image and text. Okay. So with the help of a content management system, I can create one website and manage the content of the website dynamically. Dynamically means without restarting the server, without making your server down, I'll be able to change the content. So this is ndtv.com. It is created using some CMS. Okay. So you can see some news here. After 15 minutes, if I refresh this page, I may find some of the images, some of the text got changed, contents got changed. How? The website will be running 24 by 7, but the contents are getting changed frequently because this website is created using some CMS. I'm able to manage the content. Now I'll show some content on the page. After 10 minutes, I want to show a different content. And next 10 minutes, I want to show a different content. So I'll change the content of this website. Okay, CMS provides that facility to manage the content of your website dynamically. Dynamically means no need to restart your server, no need to make your website down. You can change the content dynamically. Okay. So in market we have a lot of content management tools are there like WordPress, Joomla, CrownPeg, Tridian, Sitecore, AEM. Okay. Then why we are learning AEM? Why we are not learning Sitecore or WordPress or something else? Okay. So we'll come to that. So before that, we'll discuss the history of AEM. Actually, there was a company called Day Software. They had a product called Communic or CQ5. Okay. Later, Adobe took over that company and they renamed that product Communic or CQ5 to AEM, Adobe Experience Manager. So now it is AEM. Earlier it was CQ5. Then why everyone is preferring AEM? Why you are not learning WordPress and some other CMS? Okay. So first reason, Adobe Experience Manager is a product of Adobe. Adobe is a very good brand in the market. All the customers have trust on Adobe. So that is the first reason AEM is in demand. Second reason, Adobe is having a product called Adobe Marketing Cloud, AMC. Okay, Adobe Marketing Cloud. In that product, there are a number of tools. AEM is one of them. Like AEM, we have Adobe Analytics, Audience Manager, Adobe Campaign, Target, Social. So we have number of other tools in Adobe Marketing Cloud along with AEM. Okay. So Adobe sells Adobe Marketing Cloud. They don't sell AEM individually. They don't sell Campaign, Target individually. They sell Adobe Marketing Cloud. When customer buys Adobe Marketing Cloud or AMC, so they will get all the tools. Okay. So what they will do with these tools? So they need AEM to create the website and manage the content of the website. Okay. But Adobe Analytics, Target, Campaign, Social. So do they need these tools? Yes. These tools are also required to launch one revenue generating website. If you want to launch a revenue generating website, you need multiple tools. Why? For example, this ndtv.com, it is a news website, but still it is generating some revenue. How? You can see a lot of ads on this page, advertisements, right? By showing the ads on this page, the company can get some revenue, right? So how they are showing the ads on this page? Okay, this you can create your website using any CMS, manage the content also. But if you want to show the ads, you need some campaign tool. So Adobe provides a tool called Adobe Campaign, which is also part of Adobe Marketing Cloud. So in Adobe Marketing Cloud, you have AEM, you have Adobe Campaign. Using AEM, you can create the website, manage the content. Using Adobe Campaign, you can create the ads and show the ads on your pages. But if you are using some other CMS to show the ads, you need to buy some third-party campaign tool from some other vendor. So if you are using Adobe Marketing Cloud, you will get AEM, you will get Adobe Campaign. No need to reach out some other vendors. No need to integrate with any third-party campaign tool for this. Okay, fine. So definitely customer will prefer Adobe Marketing Cloud because they will get AEM and they will get Adobe Campaign. So this is one example I gave. Let's say you want to implement personalization concept. Personalization means, let's say I watch this website every day. I am interested in sports news. Every day I watch sports news on this page, on this website. So next day when I open this website, they will show me the sports news as a priority. How? Because they have captured my navigational activities. They have analyzed it. Based on that analysis, they are showing me the personalized content. If I am using Adobe Marketing Cloud, I can achieve this personalization by integrating AEM with Adobe Target and Adobe Analytics. I can do it very easily. For that integration, we just need to provide the credentials. Okay. So using AEM, I can create the website. Using Adobe Campaign, I can show the ads on my page. Using Adobe Target and Adobe Analytics, I can implement personalization in my website, right? But if you are using some other CMS to implement personalization, I have to buy some third-party analytics tool, third-party target tool. I have to integrate that with my CMS. That integration will take a lot of time, effort, and cost. That is the reason all the customers are preferring Adobe Marketing Cloud, or they are preferring AEM to create the website and manage the content, because they are getting a complete package from Adobe Marketing Cloud to launch one revenue generating website. Okay, fine. That is the reason all the customers are preferring AEM. So customers are preferring. What about the content authors? So who is a content author? Sometime back I told you, managing the content of your website. Managing the content means changing the content. Who will change the content? So there is a type of user called content author. Content author is the person who is going to manage the content of your website. They will create the pages, they will add the content on the pages. Okay. For content authors, AEM provides very flexible and friendly environment to manage the content. For example, let's say this website is created using AEM. Okay, I'm a content author. I want to change this image and the text. Okay, so I will do that. Simply, I'll open this page. There is a separate URL for that. Once the page opens, I'll double click on this image. One widget will open. I'll drag and drop new image. Click OK, image got changed. I'll double click on the text. One widget will open. Type new text. Click OK, text got changed. Okay, so for content authors, to change the content of your website, AEM provides a very flexible and friendly environment. But if it is some other CMS, Tridian, CrownPeak, some other thing, then you have to find a folder, some subfolder, some config file, do changes there, open your page, test it. If it is not happening, find out some other folders, some other files. So it will be a hectic task for the content authors to manage the content. If your website is created using some other CMS, not AEM. Okay. So that is the reason all the content authors are also preferring AEM. Customers are preferring, content authors are preferring. What about the developers? developers like me and you. Why everyone is preparing, all the developers are preparing AEM? Because AEM is easy to learn, first thing. Second, AEM provides a lot of APIs and libraries. Going forward, when you start developing templates, components, some Java related stuffs, AEM provides a lot of APIs and libraries. You can use them to create your things. Also, AEM provides one sample website, sample web application for you. If you want to develop something, you can refer that. You can reuse the things from that website also. Okay, that is the reason all the developers are also preferring AEM. So customers are preferring, authors, developers are preferring AEM. That's why AEM is in demand in the market. That's why we are learning AEM here. Okay, any questions, doubts till now? Fine. So slowly we are starting learning AEM. Okay. So now come to the instances of AEM. Okay. So there are two instances. So just understand this. Uh, this is the basic thing. Okay. So going forward, it will be easy for you to understand the rest of the things. Okay. So there are two instances of AEM: author instance and publish instance. What is an instance? Instance is nothing, it's a platform. Okay. So author and publish. So author instance provides a platform where you can develop your website. Okay. And publish instance will provide a platform where you will put your website and the end users will access it. Okay. So in author instance, what exactly we are going to do? Your website will be created in author instance. Website means your web pages. Your website will have multiple pages. All the pages will be created in author instance. Who will create the pages? Content author is the person. Okay, content author is the person who is going to create the pages of your website. How will create a page? In AEM, to create a page, we need a template. So content author needs templates to create the pages of your website. From where you'll get the template? The developer will create the template. Once template is created, it will be available for the authors to create the pages. Now templates are created. Content author created some pages using that template, but all the pages are blank, empty. He wants to show some content on those pages. So how will show the content? He needs some components to show the content. From where he'll get the components? Developer will develop the components. Okay. So content author will add and author the components on your pages to show the content on your page. Okay. So all these activities will happen in your author instance. Developer will develop templates, components, authoring interfaces, Java classes and all. And content author will use the templates to create the pages. He will use the components to show the content on the pages. Okay. So your entire website development will happen in author instance. Author instance provides a platform where you develop your entire website. Why you created the website? For the end users, right? So now you want to expose your website to the end users. So author instance is not accessible to the end users. So you have to publish it. You have to, whatever we have created, we need to put all those things in publish instance. End users will have access to the publish instance. We created templates, components, pages, everything needs to be there in your publish instance. Okay, your website will be there in publish instance. Then the end users can access it. Okay, so publish instance just like a container which contains the latest content of your website. Whatever you want to show to the end user, it will be there in your publish instance. Okay, if you want to do some changes in publish instance, first do that change in author instance, then publish it. then it will go to your publish instance. Okay, fine. So understood what is author instance and what is publish instance. So let me go to the same website again. Whatever I see here, all those things are coming from publish instance. Okay, the entire website, any image, text, whatever, it is coming from publish instance. But it was developed in author instance. Then it was published. After that, I am able to access it. Okay. So author and publish. Understood? Any questions, doubts on this? Yes or no? I'm not sure. Sri, did you understand?
Yeah, understand.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay. Now we'll see how the content flows from the content authors to the end users. Okay. So content author is the person who is going to create your website, right? Who is going to create the pages of your website? He is going to add the content on the pages, right? So in any project, in typical AEM project, we have all types of users. Okay, users means we have developers. Okay, there are two types of developers: core developers and UI developers. Okay, then we have content authors, we have testers, administrators. We have different types of users in any AEM project. So content author is the person who is going to create the pages, add content on the pages. Let's say in my project I have four content authors. Okay, so A, B, C, D. Content author A created some 20 pages, added content on those pages. So all four of them work in author instance. Okay, so everything will be developed and created in author instance. Content author A created 20 pages, added content and published. So you can have a single publish instance as well as multiple publish instances. Okay, so whatever content author created, he will publish it to all the published instances available. Content author B created 5 pages, published. C created 15 pages, published. D created 20 pages, published. Whatever all the content authors created now will be there in all the published instances. Means it will be available for the end users. Now end users type the URL in your browser, press enter. What happens after that? The request will be created. That request will hit the publish instance. Before it hits the publish instance, it will go through the dispatcher. Means your request will first hit the dispatcher, then dispatcher will redirect your request to the publish instance, and it will retrieve the content from your publish instance and it shows to the end user. At the same time, it will store all the static contents, okay, in a temporary storage device. It may be your laptop, it may be your hard disk, it may be your RAM. Okay, so all the static contents will be stored in a temporary storage device. So next, let's say the same user refresh the page after 15 minutes. So what will happen? Request will be created. It will hit the dispatcher. Dispatcher will hit the publish instance, but only for the changed content. Rest of the static content it will take from the temporary storage device where it is stored for the first time. Okay, and in this way your page will load very fast. Okay, so first dispatcher will see if whatever the end user requested, if that thing is cached or not. If it is cached, first it will see those things are changed in publish instance or not. If it is not changed, then it will show to the end user. If it is changed, it will take it from publish instance and show to the end user. Okay, so in this way your page will load very fast. So dispatcher is responsible for caching and load balancing. Okay, So all our request first will hit the dispatcher, then dispatcher will do the caching. It will retrieve the content display to the end user. Then what is load balancing? Okay. So let's say your website is having a lot of traffic, a lot of users are there. Okay. For example, Amazon.com, they have lakhs of users, right? So at a time, some 10,000 users trying to do some transaction with Amazon.com. Okay. For example, I'm saying for example, they have only one publish instance. Okay, they have thousands of users, 10,000 users trying to do some transaction at a time. They will type the URL browser in the browser. They will press enter. Request created. Request will hit the dispatcher. Now dispatch will redirect all the requests to the single publish instance because they have only one publish instance. So this single publish instance will become very slow. A lot of requests came, right? Will become very slow or it may crash also. So what Amazon has to do now? They have to create multiple publish instances. All the publish instances will have the same content. Okay. Now the end user, 10,000 users trying to access Amazon.com at a time. They type the URL hit the dispatcher. Now dispatcher will do the load balancing. It will redirect first 100 users or 500 users to publish A, next 500 publish B, next 500 to publish C. It will distribute the load among different publish instances. Whatever request will come, it will distribute the request to different publish instances. Okay. So in this way, your instance will serve the request very fast. Page will run load very fast. Okay. So dispatcher is responsible for caching and load balancing. So our publish author instance, publish instance, all those things runs on AEM server. Dispatcher runs on a web server. Okay, so first when you type your request, it will hit the web server, then your web server will redirect your request to the application server. In your application server, where your publish instance is there, contents are there, it will retrieve the content, okay, cache the content in the web server, and it displays the content to the end users. Okay, so authors created your website, its pages, okay, they publish the content, all your content there in all the publish instances. End user will request for the URL, okay, your request will hit the dispatcher. Dispatcher will redirect your request to publish instance, and it will do caching and load balancing and shows the content to the end user. This is how the content flows from the content authors to the end users. Understood? So these are the basic things about AEM. Okay, so these are part of your AEM architecture also, you can say. What is author instance? What is publish instance? What is content author, end user? What is dispatcher? What is caching? What is load balancing? So all the basic things you need to understand. Any questions, doubts on this? So for at least Bhagyasri, you have to understand it very well.
Yes, Vishwa.
Okay. Because the developers will develop things. You need to understand these things.
Right.
Because yeah. Okay, so as is just a demo session, so we'll cover this much today. If you have any questions, doubts, you can go ahead. Okay, and we'll continue from tomorrow onwards also. We'll start from here. Okay, any doubts, any questions? We'll join our next class tomorrow, same time. Okay, so if you want to enroll yourself, just get in touch with Srinivas or some of our training organizers. Okay, they will help you to enroll, and we can start our regular classes immediately. So anyway, tomorrow we'll have class also. Okay, so any questions?
No.
No.
Okay, okay, fine guys. So you guys have Srinivas number, right? Srinivas and Sampa's number. So get in touch with me. Okay.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.